right, good morning, Kota Yoga family. I am Laura, one of the instructors here at Kota Yoga Studio, and happy to be able to provide to you a at-home yoga flow. So with the craziness in the world going on, with the uncertainty and the fear, we have to keep some sort of normalcy in our lives, and that means finding some peace and calm through our yoga practice. So being that we unfortunately can't keep the studio open during this difficult time, it has been very, very heartbreaking for all of us here, but this way, with technology today, it's amazing what we can do for you all. So we're so happy to be able to practice with you in the comfort of your own home. So with that, knowing that yoga is so good for not just our bodies, but our minds. So trying to keep ourselves calm and stress-free and at peace as much as we can. That's what we're aiming to provide for you all. So I'm so happy to be here, to be able to do this for you all. So we're gonna get into a nice at-home yoga flow, opening up shoulders, hips, just waking up the body. You will not need any props. Maybe you might want a block. I do have a block handy here. We'll be using it later in our practice. If you don't have a block, maybe a pillow or some towels to sit on. So we're gonna get started this morning in Sukhasana, an easy seated position, seated comfortably on our mat. Sit bones are gonna be plugged into the ground, and if you like to prop yourself up and bring that ground up a little bit higher, feel free to do that with a block or a stack of towels or a pillow or a blanket. And just let those hands rest on your knees and close the eyes and let the shoulders drop. Taking this time to just settle the mind, settle the breath. Just starting to notice what you're feeling physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, every piece of you. Bring to mind, where are you at this morning? And doing our best, at least in this next these following minutes on our mat, where are we going to take ourselves? Hopefully to a place of quiet and stillness that we can adapt to, come back to. When things start to get airy in our world, we always have this. Starting to take a couple rounds of deep inhales and exhales, quieting the mind, and just bring that attention inward to that breath. If you start to feel something tense up, just let it drop, let the jaw unhinge, let the shoulders drop. Let go of those thoughts. If these fleeting thoughts come through your mind, do your best to just let them pass on by. We'll come back to those later. Totally natural. Have the mind wander, but training the brain to try to stay focused. Let's blink the eyes open. Let's inhale, bring those arms up overhead, bring those fingertips to touch, follow the gaze, let the gaze follow the fingertips. Exhale, bring those hands back down to the mat. Chin drops. Inhale, lift arms up overhead, gaze follows those fingertips. Turn the palms away, let the hands come down as you exhale, chin comes towards your chest. Good, let's do that one more time. Inhale, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, turn the palms away, let the hands come down, chin comes towards your chest. Good. Good. Let's just hold here. Bring those hands to your knees and start to round into the back. Tuck the tailbone, pull those shoulder blades apart, round the back, tuck that chin, thinking of a seated cat posture here. Good. Inhale, pull the chest through, lift the gaze, arch that back, pull that tailbone back as you inhale, thinking cat here. Exhale, round and sink it back. Tuck that tailbone, tuck the chin, pull the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, lift the gaze, pull the heart through, pull those shoulder blades together. Good, let's do one more just like that to start to wake up those shoulders and chest muscles. Tuck and round. lift the chest, lift the gaze, pull it through. Good, exhale, round. Good, let's come back to a neutral seated position and then pull those hands forward. We're gonna come onto hands and knees. So we're gonna come to our tabletop position. Good, so finding our hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, untuck the toes. We're gonna extend that right leg straight back. So pointing that leg straight back, hip bone pointing down towards the mat, extend the left arm forward. So finding our bird dog. So really start to ignite the core muscles, finding that length and stability through our spine. Gaze straight down. Yep, you may feel a little wobbly maybe first thing in the morning, and that's okay. Muscles are starting to fire up, starting to help you be stable. I'm huge into stability. Stability is one of my things that I feel like is so important at any age. So firing up these deep inner core muscles, always we use those muscles all the time. So very important to tap into those. All right, drop that left hand, right knee down. Extend left leg, right arm. Extend that arm long as those left toes point towards the door. You're not in the room. The door's that way. I'm sorry. It's habit. So point that toe back towards the back of the mat. Good. Holding, reaching, and check in with that left hip bone. Is that left hip bone flying up? If it is, pull it down. Stabilize that. Good. Feel the core muscles starting to fire. Maybe feeling a little bit more stable here as the spine knows what to do here. Good, lower the right hand down, left knee down. Left arm out, right leg out. Once again, this time we're gonna hold it here for 2 breaths. Reach through the fingertips, reach through those toes. Good, find that length as you reach and lengthen, and find that inhale, and then exhale, pull elbow in towards your knees like you're crunching it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, lengthen and extend it long. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale and lengthen and hold. We're gonna hold here. Take that left arm out to the side. So if you were a clock, your head's pointing towards noon. Left arm is pointing towards 9 o'clock. Turn the toes out towards the side, trying to get that leg out to 3 o'clock on the clock. Maybe it's 4 o'clock. Maybe it's 4:30. Good, lower the left hand down, lower that right foot down onto the mat. Inhale, come up tall on that left knee. Inhale, arms up. Good, right hand comes down on that right leg, left arm reaches up and over to the right side. So opening up that left side of the body, finding length, finding extension through the rib cage, left side body. Good. Inhale, right arm up to meet that left arm. Good, hands come down. Walk those hands forward. We're gonna sink back into your left hip. Left hip to left heel. So thinking of a one-legged child's pose. So reaching through those fingertips, starting to extend and lengthen through the shoulders as well. And remembering to breathe. I will be your reminder throughout this practice to make sure we keep breathing. It's easy to hold our breath at times when things get difficult, not just on the mat, but in life in general. Good. Come back up onto that left knee. Bring that right leg straight back. Walk those hands underneath your shoulders. Good. Lower that right knee back down to the mat. Let's take a couple cat and cows before moving to the other side. Let's lift the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the back. Find your cat. Tuck the chin towards your chest. Tuck the tailbone in. Inhale, lift chest, lift gaze. Exhale, round the back. Good. Coming back to neutral position. This time the left leg's gonna go straight back and the right arm's gonna reach forward. So finding that bird dog on the other side. So reaching through fingertips, reaching through those toes. Reaching, extending. Good. This time taking your right hand out to the side. Right out from that shoulder. Again, once we're coming to that clock once again. Right hand to 3 o'clock this time. Yep, taking that leg towards the left side, and we're gonna try to get that leg to 9 o'clock or 8:30. Or heck, it might be 7:30, that's okay. Wherever you can find that length and extension, holding, and then drop that right hand, drop the left foot. Inhale, come up, arms up overhead. Good, exhale, release left hand down to left thigh. Right arm up and over, reaching to the left side. Turning to lengthen and open into the right side body. Good, left arm comes up overhead. Good, hands come down to the mat, walk on one hand, print forward. Sink back into that right hip to right heel. Extend the fingertips forward. Good, really finding shoulder opening here through the back, the shoulder blades, through the sides, back alongside the back. Good. Come up onto that right knee, walk those hands underneath your shoulders, left leg back. And then drop that right knee down to the mat. Good, let's curl your toes under. We're gonna come into our first downward dog. So lift those hips up and back, downward facing dog. Yes, so first downward dog in the morning, I think always feels so good. To find length once again through our back, through the hamstrings, maybe walking those heels, coming up onto toes, pressing heels into the mat. Yes, and pressing into those fingertips, wide palms, wide fingers, pressing through those palms. Good. And then eventually finding that stillness in your downward facing dog. Let's come up onto the tippy toes. Move those toes in towards center. Inhale, right leg high. Find that three-legged dog. Open up the hip. So take that right hip high, bend the knee, drop the heel, rotate the ankle. Working through the top of the foot, top of the shin. Good. Straighten that right leg, square the hip back, bring that knee in towards your chest. Look between your hands, set your foot down, find your lunge. Good. Left hand onto the mat, right arm opens up. Find that revolved lunge, pulling that right hip into midline. Lower your right hand down to the mat. Good, straighten into that right leg. Maybe adjust that back foot to allow that straightening into the right leg. Fold over that leg. Good. All right, bend into right knee. Find lunge, palm to the mat. Send that right leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog. And then lower that foot back down to the mat. Back to your downward facing dog. Find your breath. So reconnect here. Good. Move those toes to center. Coming up onto those tippy toes. Lift the left leg high. Three-legged dog. Good. Open up the hip. Bend the knee. Drop that heel. Rotate that ankle. Close off that hip. Yep, keep that leg straight. Pull the knee in towards your nose. Look between your hands. Set your foot down. Find your lunge. Good. Right hand to the mat. Left arm opens up, revolving your lunge. Yep, pull that left hip into midline. Finding that breath. Find that opening, making space in your chest. Good, lower that left hand down. Good, adjust that back foot, straighten into left leg, fold over, chest to thigh. Good, bend into the right knee, palms to the mat, step that left leg all the way up and back, three-legged dog. Good, lower that foot back down, find your downward facing dog. All right, start to look up towards the top of the mat. Walk your feet to the top of the mat between your hands. Come to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, bring arms up overhead. Exhale, hands come down, heart center. Good, let's bring arms up overhead. Interlace the hands, press the palms up towards the sky. Reach through those shoulders. Good. Start to hinge at the hip, bring those arms forward, come all the way down to a forward fold. Good, like you want to press those palms down to the ground. Good, soften through the neck. Good, release those hands, left hand down right at the top of the mat, between the feet. Inhale, right arm up, bend into the left knee. Good, lower the right hand down. Left arm lifts, right knee bends. Find that twist, revolve here. Good, lower the hand down to the mat. Hands to the mat, step back, find your plank. Holding your plank. So press the palms into the mat, round into the back. Press those heels straight back, belly button tight into the spine. Good, always optional to drop to knees. I'll do it on the knees here. Exhale, lower chest all the way down. Untuck the toes. Good, press into the palms, come to cobra pose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower it down. Curl the toes under, push the mat away. Find your downward facing dog, hips up and back. Towards the top of the mat, walk your feet between your hands, come to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. But this time we're going to take your hands back behind you. Interlace hands, press the knuckles down, lift the chest. Good, feet are about hip distance apart. Good, start to bend, slight bend to the knees. Start to hinge it forward. Come to your forward fold. Let those arms float up overhead. Chest melts down towards your thighs. Good. Slowly release your hands. Hands come down. Left hand to the ground. Left knee bends. Right arm opens up. Lower the right hand down. Left arm lifts, right knee bends. Good, lower the left hand back down. Good, hands to the mat, step your feet back. Find your plank. So either knee plank or toe plank. Holding this for 2 breaths. So working through that core once again, those strong stability muscles. My shirt is not cooperating this morning, but it's super cute because it says Namaste. So for those of you who like llamas, all right, slowly lower chest all the way down to the mat. Good, inhale, untuck toes, lift chest, cobra or upward facing dog. Good, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walking those heels. All right, looking up towards the top of the mat. Step or float feet between hands. Come to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Good, exhale, hands come down, heart center. Good, reassess here, readjust, fix your shirt if needed. All right, so take those feet about hip distance apart. Good, bend the knees, sink the hips, bring those arms up overhead, come to your chair pose. So sink it back into those hips. Soften the shoulders, but reach through those fingertips. Gaze straight ahead. Good, we're gonna sweep down. Maybe the fingertips touch the mat and sweep it back. Maybe they don't. Bring those arms up and forward. Good, sweep those arms back. Reach through those fingertips. Inhale, lift it up. Good, one more time, sweep it back. Good. Inhale, lift and hold. Hands to heart center. Hold your chair and then revolve over to the right. Hook that left elbow outside of right knee. Turn the torso over. So yeah, use momentum into that elbow. Push the leg away. Good, come back to center. Forward fold. All right, we're gonna step the left leg back. Back heel's gonna ground down. Opening up arms, warrior two. All right, so in our warrior two, trying to stay deep into this right knee tracking over that right ankle, pressing that right shin towards the front of your mat. Let the shoulders soften. Maybe take a peek back at that left hand. Is it nice and level? Good. Reach that right arm forward, flip the palm, reach it up and back, reverse your warrior. And as we reverse our warrior, sometimes we tend to straighten into that front leg. Don't let it happen. Keep that knee really bent and reach back with that right arm. Good, right hand, right arm to right thigh. Left arm reaches up and overhead. Reach towards the front of the mat. Front of the room, wherever you are, reaching through those fingertips. Spiral that heart up, but try not to dump into this right arm. Staying strong and tall, using those strong core muscles. Maybe peeking under the left shoulder. Come back to warrior two. Straighten into that front right leg. Good. Finding a reverse triangle. So reach your right arm forward, reach up and back. Reverse this triangle. So finding a lot more opening through that right side of the body. This time you can straighten the leg. It's okay to do it now. All right, keeping that front right leg straight. Bring those arms back to warrior two arms. Reach right arm. We're going to come into triangle pose. So right arm down, left arm up. Good, reaching, feel like you're stacking that left shoulder on top of the right shoulder. Opening up into that left side body. And pulling that right rib cage away from the right thigh. Good, come back up, warrior two. Bend into that right knee. Cartwheel arms down, framing your right foot. Right foot steps back, find your plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Maybe catch it. Inhale, come to up dog. Or stay in cobra. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. So readjust, finding that breath. Yep. Reconnect. Looking up towards your hands, take a slight bend into your knees. Step, walk, or hop. Feet between hands, come to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands heart center. Good, readjust those feet, hip distance apart. Bring those arms up overhead, come to chair pose. Good, so sinking back into hips, reaching through fingertips. Good, sweeping those arms back and then bring them up overhead as you inhale. Exhale, sweep them down and back. Inhale, lift. Good, sweep them back. Inhale, lift one more time. Sweep those arms back, stay low in those strong legs. Inhale, lift arms up. Bring hands to heart center. Good, start to revolve over towards the left. So right elbow tucks outside left thigh. Spin that heart open. Good. Come back to center. Forward fold. You got it. Let's step the right foot back. Spin that back heel down. Open up the arms. Warrior two. All right, so finding that warrior two. Again, softening shoulders. We tend to be really rigid and straight. We don't want that. We want to soften or release the stress, right? So bending into left knee. Again, keeping that left knee tracking over that left ankle. Reach left arm forward, flip the palm, reach it up and back. Reverse your warrior. through warrior two. Let left arm come to left thigh. Right arm reaches up overhead. Find your extended side angle. Again, reach through the fingertips on the right hand towards the front of the room. The left arm is just resting on that left thigh. We're not dumping. Push away. Like you could lift this arm if you had to. Good. Reaching through, maybe peeking under right shoulder. Good. Come back through warrior two, using that strong core to come back to warrior two. Straighten left leg. Reverse the triangle here. So now that left leg is straight, reaching up and back through left hand. Maybe trying to get a little bit further into that stretch. Good, keeping left leg straight, bring arms back to triangle pose. Right hip, send that right hip back, left arm forward, drop that left arm down, come to triangle. So right shoulder stacking on top of left shoulder, reaching through those fingers, gaze comes up towards right hand. If that feels okay, if your neck's not having it today, keep that gaze down towards your left foot. Good, come back up to warrior two, bend into that left knee, cartwheel hands down to the mat. Good, send that left foot back, plank. Here's your vinyasa here. Slowly lower chest down to the mat. Always on knees if up if you need to this morning. Lift up, up dog or cobra. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Reconnect with that breath. All right, taking a peek up towards the top of the mat. Start walking or floating or jumping feet between hands. However you want to get there. Come to your half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands heart center. All right, so a little bit of balancing here with some also more stability weaved through. So let's start with hands at heart center. Hands will be at heart center. We're going to ground into the right foot. Left foot will come to either calf or upper thigh. Help it there if you need to. Never on the knee. So find your tree. So finding that tree. I'm having issues there. Oh, there we go. Plug it in. See, some days are better than others. We have to be patient with ourselves, right? Okay, so once we're in that tree, find that focal point, something that is not moving. Lift arms up overhead. Grow that tree. Keep that chest up and lifted, shoulders back. Strong through those hips. Good, start to bring that knee forward. Good, we're gonna send that leg straight back. Find your warrior three. So reaching through, point those toes down, reaching through those fingertips. Yes, you got it. Reach, reach, reach. Moving this balance. So keep that leg straight, come through center, pull that knee up. Good. Hinge forward, send that leg back. Come back to warrior three. And we're gonna do that one more time. Keep that leg long, come through center, bend the knee, lift it up, reach to the fingertips. Good, hinge forward, leg goes back. Warrior three. Good. Drop those hands down to the mat, finding your standing split. So this is where listening skills are gonna be really, really important. Okay, we're gonna bend the left knee, tap that right calf. So just tap behind that right calf and lift it high. Right knee, left knee, right calf. Lift it high. Good, one more time. Left knee, right calf, tap it. Lift it high. Now really tune into those listening skills. Bend left knee, come behind that right calf, but we're gonna continue to drop that left knee all the way to the mat. Sitting back onto your bottom. Finding that twisted half Lord of the Fish pose. So maybe having to readjust yourself a little bit while we're here. Good, lift those arms up overhead. Start to rotate over towards the right. So left hand takes hold of right knee, right hand behind you, lift up and out through that chest. So peeking over that right shoulder. Good, it's nice and tall through that spine. Good. One more breath. Twisting it all out, twisting out all that stress and anxiety, right? To get rid of it all. We don't need it. Inhale, lift arms up overhead. All right, hands are gonna come down to the mat. Now we're gonna go out of this the same way we came in. So shift a little forward, press palms into the ground, press into that right foot, left leg goes back to the standing split. All right, this is the tricky part. We're gonna come back up to warrior three. So bring those arms straight out. So maybe hands to heart center if that helps, hands to hips, or maybe airplane arms. Keeping those arms lifted straight out if you can. Slowly hinge up, arms up, leg comes through, bend into the knee. Left leg goes straight, drop the leg, drop the arms, and shake it out. And breathe. You were breathing that whole time, right? Okay, we must breathe. Breathing is our friend. All right, so now let's go to the other side. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Hands to heart center. Ground into left foot. Take that right foot to the calf or to that upper thigh, just like the first time. So never the knee, either calf or thigh. My right hip doesn't always cooperate as much as the left, so I'm going to stay down at my calf this time. All right, and when you've got that balance, inhale, lift those arms, find that growing tree. Reaching through fingertips. Keep those shoulders open, chest up. All right. Bring that right knee forward. Start to hinge it back. Send that right leg straight back. Find your warrior three. Soften through the neck. Gaze is straight down, so your ears are right between those biceps. Reaching, reaching. So moving this balance. Straighten into keep that leg straight, hinge up, bring that leg forward and bend into right knee. Good, hinge forward, send that leg back, arms reach forward, come to warrior three. Good, one more time, leg down, bend into knee, pull it forward. Good, this time, hinge it back. Straighten into the leg, find warrior three and hold. Reach and hold, hold. Yep, and then drop those hands down to the ground, finding standing split. All right, so we're gonna bend that right knee, tap that left calf. That left knee bends just a bit also. And then lift that leg up, standing split, or standing forward fold, whatever you prefer to call it. Don't want you to stress about that leg being too high. Bend left knee, bend right knee, tap behind that left calf. Lift it up. One more time, right knee behind that left calf. Lift it up. All right, this time, turn on your listening ears. Bend the right knee, bend the left knee a bit. Tap the right knee behind left calf. Continue to let that right knee drop all the way down onto the mat. Set back on your bottom. Here we are, back with that half Lord of the Fish pose. So left foot crossed over that right leg. Lift arms up, rotate over towards the left. So right hand takes hold of that left knee, left hand behind you, reach up and over, gaze over that left shoulder. Good. Keep that spine nice and long and tall. Good. Bring arms back up overhead, rotate forward, going out of it the same way we came in. Hands down to the mat. Shift the weight forward, press into left foot, lift that right leg high, standing split. All right, so here's the tricky part. Come up light on those hands, lift those arms, find warrior 3 from the ground up. Good, slowly hinge, bring that leg forward, bend into the knee, lift the chest, straighten the leg, drop that foot down, drop the hands down and shake it out. All right, hips are awake. I think that's pretty clear right now. All right, so let's come to the top of the mat. We're gonna work our way down to the ground for some more fun stuff. Let's bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the mat, step your feet back, come to plank. So rinsing through with our last vinyasa. Exhale, lower chest down. Inhale, come to cobra or upward facing dog. Good, send those hips up and back. Downward facing dog. All right, let's bend the knees, come onto the mat. We're gonna swing the legs around. We're gonna work our way all the way down onto our backs. All right, so slowly lowering down to the back. Nothing fancy. All right, keeping the knees bent. Soles of the feet in towards your sit bones. You may even be able to touch the back of your heels here. Got it. So we're gonna flow a couple glute bridge lifts. So pressing into the feet, lift the hips, lift the arms up overhead as you inhale. Good. Exhale, drop the hips, drop the hands, come back down. Just a nice, gentle, easy lifting through the hips, lifting through the arms. Nice way to kind of just start to wind it down a bit. Exhale, lower it down. Good. Inhale, lift the arms up, lift those hips. Exhale, lower it down. Good, let's do one more. Inhale, lift. Press through those heels and feet. Good, exhale, lower it down. Awesome job. All right, so this is where you could grab a block if you have it, or a pillow, or your small dog. Just kidding. You could though. All right, so I love doing core. It's another thing, if you don't know me, I love stability and core are my two favorite things to do. And people are always like, all right, what are we doing today? They call me Cora sometimes, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna have this block overhead. Bring this block straight back behind you, straighten the legs. So if you don't have a block, no big deal. We can make believe here. You can do whatever you want. You're at home. You're probably in your jammies, even cooler. All right, so lift those arms up. We're gonna lift the legs up overhead, and we're gonna lift the shoulders and chest, and we're gonna take the block between your feet, lower the legs, lower the arms. So if you wanna keep that intensity strong, keep the legs lifted, the arms lifted. If that's too much, drop down as you after the pass. Good, so lift up, lift the legs, take the block into your hands or your small dog, bring the arms up overhead, legs out, and then transfer it back. Using those legs, using those shoulders, keeping those arms up and lifted. If it's too much on the neck, maybe at least drop the neck and shoulders down, but keep the legs lifted. That will intensify those core muscles. So lift legs, lift arms, transfer. And you could really use anything here. I don't know, a loaf of bread, toilet paper, if you have any. All right, not funny. Okay, lower legs, lower arms. Let's do, I don't know, let's do 3 more. I'm not a very good counter. We don't do counting very well around here. And when I do, I usually mess up. So a couple more. So back and forth. Got it. So the longer you are, the more hovering you are, the stronger it is. And we're finished with this block up overhead. Drop the block. Hold, hold, hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Breathe. There was no hiding that one. I did it with you, so I feel ya. All right, pull those knees in towards your chest. rock side to side. Feels good. Yeah, make little circles with your knees. Make them go in the opposite direction. Should feel real good on that low back. Good. Take those feet back down to the mat. Take them as wide as the mat. Take your arms out to a T. Drop the knees over to the right. Gaze is gonna go left. If you wanna deepen the stretch, take your right ankle, place it on the outside of your left knee. Turn and look. Try to soften the shoulders, soften the body as much as you can. Great way to wake up every morning, get your yoga flow in. Even if you do part of this, even just some sun salutations is a great way to wake up the body, wake up the mind. Your body will thank you. Your mind will thank you. You gotta take that heel up, bring those knees back up, have those feet wide, so readjust if you need to. Drop the knees over to the left, let the gaze come right. And again, to deepen this, take that left ankle, place it on the outside of your right knee, and just let the body take its stretch here. Take that, soften through the body. Should feel good. We got into a lot of everything. Try to do a little bit of everything. Shoulders, back, chest, hips, hammies, quads. Did I miss anything? Fingertips. Good. Take that foot off the knee. Come back up. Good. And then pull the knees in towards your chest. Once again, round the nose up towards your knees. So make yourself into an eeny-weeny little ball. Good. Reach for the outside of your feet, ankles or shin. And we're going to come into a happy baby. So extend the front of the head towards the back of the room. Soles the feet up towards the sky. Tailbone reaches towards the front. And just find that nice inversion. Feet over heart. Little rock side to side, maybe stretching out one leg, opposite leg. Maybe it's both legs. Whatever your body's asking for, just move through this organically. And then when you're ready, bring the soles, the feet together to touch. A supine, floating butterfly here. So holding on to shins or ankles, let those knees come out to the side. Good. Let the feet come all the way down to the mat. Find that inclined butterfly. Right hand to belly, left hand to heart. And those knees just drop out to the side. Find the eyes close. Allow everything to settle down. Giving yourself permission to just be. Just be in this space. your chest. Roll onto either your right or left side, whatever side is more comfortable for you. Maybe using your arm as a pillow. Just pausing for a moment before we transition from our rest. And slowly push the ground away. Come up to a comfortable seated position as we began our practice in the same position. Bringing hands at heart center, bowing chin towards your hands. Just take a moment to find that gratitude within. We're able to do that this morning, this practice, honoring our body, being good to our body and mind, taking care of ourselves, lessening our stress, building up our immune systems, and just getting as much normalcy in our life as we can by doing what we love to do. Thank you for allowing me to be part of that this morning. So thank you so much for tuning in here, watching this video, honoring your body. With much love and respect to all of you, my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.